Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back with some more Funko Pop news as we just got word on some brand new Marvel Pops, and specifically brand new Pops coming for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse that's going to be hitting theaters this summer on June 2nd, 2023. And this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year for sure. I absolutely loved the first Spider-Verse movie. Definitely, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man movie ever made. It was just so beautiful, and Miles has definitely become one of those fan favorite characters, and we have been waiting, super excited to see when the next movie was going to come, and it is finally here after a little bit delays. I think the original one came out in 2018, so it's been nearly 5 years now since the last one came out, and we're at maximum hypeage, I think, right now, as we are starting to get some more trailers for it, and we're starting to see a whole lot more of the characters that are going to be in this movie, and this movie looks absolutely massive. And now, of course, if you might remember, this is not going to be our first look at any Pops for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, because of course we have already gotten the Marvel Collector's box for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and that's how I got this t-shirt right here with Miles and Gwen on it. I really do like this shirt here. I love the design of the two spider people on there. And of course we did get two figures of Spider-Gwen and Miles with their updated suits, and I think they looked fantastic, and it made me even more excited for the movie. A little bit confusing why they released it back in, like, what was it, December, something like that we got that box. But regardless, I think it's still pretty cool that we're at least see some Pops, and now we're going to be seeing a whole lot more. And these are going to start to come out sometime around April, May, just in time right before the movie drops. And Funko announced a ton of new Spider-Verse Pops coming, so let's make sure to run down all of them, some commons, along with some exclusives. And then of course we'll start with our main character, who's going to be Miles Morales. And so we have a look at Miles in his new updated suit, so a little bit different compared to the Marvel Collector's Box 1, but definitely pretty cool. He's in that jumping kind of stance, maybe kind of gliding a little bit. That does look pretty sick. We also have a look at Spider-Gwen as well. Not too different of a look of her suit compared to the original. We also do have another Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man 2099. Miguel O'Hara, we did see a look in the post-credit scene of Into the Spider-Verse, and now he's going to be a much more prominent character. I'm definitely excited to see him, voiced by Oscar Isaac. Now, they also had announced another Spider-Man 2099 figure, and this one is going to be a little bit different with completely different pose, and it's also going to be an Entertainment Earth exclusive that glows in the dark. And we did get a look here at the glow on it. Definitely looks pretty sick. Definitely really like the updated look for the figure. We got a look of the main villain from this movie, the Spot, and I'm super excited about him, not only because he's voiced by Jake Gyllenhaal, but he also looks like he has some really interesting powers, and the design of this figure is amazing. I'm definitely going to be interested to see how it's going to look in person, but just that design, having like that portal behind him, that spot that he's coming out of, definitely looks super sick. Also, to get a look at a bunch of different spider people, we did get a look at the Spider-Woman here, which I think that one's going to be voiced by Isa Rae. Definitely super stoked about that one. Spider-Man India, which is a really interesting newer character. And then we're also be getting an FYE exclusive of the Spider-Man India. Now, you actually might have seen this photo and did not notice any sort of difference between that and the comment. It's very, very slight, but you can see between the two that one of them has a little bit of a different paint job, maybe just a little bit more gradient or something like that. So it is slight. I honestly don't think it's too much of a difference to justify having to buy a completely different figure. The fact that it's just a little bit of a different paint job, it is definitely more of a lazy exclusive in my opinion. And then we also have Spider-Bite, which I think that one definitely looks interesting, especially with like the longer arms. And then we did get one of the other villains, presumably, of the medieval Vulture. And Vulture is definitely a cool character, and I like how they kind of turned Doc Ock on its head using the female version of it in the original movie. So now using a different version of Vulture is definitely going to be pretty cool. And then of course there's also going to be some other exclusives as well, including this Miles Morales, which is going to be exclusive over to Target. It's going to be more of a casual Miles, but definitely looks a whole lot older in this movie compared to the last one. We also got a casual Gwen Stacy, which I do like as well. Then we have a Walmart exclusive Scarlet Spider, and I know this is one that a lot of people have been excited about, seeing Ben Reilly potentially on the screen. That one definitely looks pretty cool, and definitely a good update to the original Scarlet Spider that came out, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. And then we also got a brand new Spider-Punk, which he's going to be in this movie as well. That's going to be a Funko Shop exclusive. I really like the mold on the way he's jumping, and the way they have the more cartoony look for him as well, especially with like the eye paint coming down. I definitely think that's a lot of fun. And then we're also going to be getting exclusive over to Amazon, which is going to be the translucent Spider-Man. So of course, one of Miles' powers is that he can turn invisible, translucent, like we saw in the first movie, and now we're going to actually get it as a pop. That definitely looks pretty interesting. And then finally, I think the last exclusive is going to be the 10-inch Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Not a huge fan of something like this being 10-inch, especially since you just take the same mold and blow it up. But I know a lot of people do like to collect these 10-inch figures. And actually, just in time for the announcement of these figures, I actually was able to pick up a pop that's going to be related to this, a Miles Morales pop that I've been wanting to add to my collection for quite a while. Definitely think this is a super cool one. I was able to find a really good deal on it over on the Whatnot app, which if you guys do not know about Whatnot, it is an amazing app for you to buy and sell your own collectibles, including Funko Pops. I do have a link in the description down below. You can use our link, download the app, sign up for your account, and you can get $15 off your first purchase, which is practically a free Funko Pop. I actually paid $15 for this exact figure, so if you use my link, you could have gotten this figure for free. And so I have the figure right here, and it looks like they did a great job with packing this in bubble wrap, and ooh, even put it in a protector, even better. And so this one is actually, I believe it's the original Miles Morales. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Marvel Collector Corps box. Back when they had that old kind of bigger sticker. Definitely a pretty cool pop. This one from like 2015. Yes, 2015 we have there on the bottom. So this thing is vaulted. I think for sure after this next movie, this Miles Morales pop's going to go up. And especially if we could potentially see him switch over to live action, which I know a lot of people think is going to be happening. Maybe at the end of this movie or maybe at the end of part 3 of the Spider-Verse animated trilogy. I think this one's definitely going to shoot up even more. Just like, similarly, the other pop that was in that same box, which is the Mighty Thor, which, of course, that showed up to almost over $100 in the lead up to the Thor Love and Thunder movie where she appeared. So I think this one's definitely a really cool looking figure, and I'm glad we were able to add it for definitely a steal of a price. And so it definitely is an older figure, which is kind of that static pose with his arms by his side, but I definitely think it's a neat figure with that Miles Morales suit. I like the red webbing and everything like that, and that OG older kind of look, although I do enjoy the newer suits for Miles Morales that we saw for like the Spider-Verse movies, but this one's definitely a fun one throwback. And even look at the eyes. We have the white eyes. You even see like the actual eyes of the Funko Pop sticking out of the mask. It is a little bit goofy, but still is a little bit of extra charm to add to it. Well, there we have it, guys. There's our look at all of the new Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse Funko Pops that are going to be hitting stores fairly soon. Again, I think it's supposed to hit sometime April, May, something like that. So that's going to be just in time for the movie that's coming out on June 2nd. I'm definitely pumped for it. Definitely pumped for a lot of these figures as well. There's a good amount of these that I'll definitely go after, especially like the Miles Morales one and the Scarlet Spider and that Spider-Man 2099. Definitely super pumped for a lot of these ones here. But now I do want to hear from you guys. What do you think about all the new pops announced for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Which ones would you say are your favorite? And are there any ones that you plan on picking up? And also let me know what you thought about the first Into the Spider-Verse movie. And are you pumped for the second one? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.